Hello everybody. In this video I will show how to create dynamic queue. Queue is a first in first out data structure, also known as FIFO, because the first element inserted in the queue is first element to be removed. FIFO, first in first out. So now let's start coding. Let's create the class node first. Class node 44. int data node 44. Next, node will have two parts. We are using the singly linked list, so we are using a node with only two parts or two fields, data field and address field. Constructor node 44. Okay, we will be passing element here, element data is equal to ele, then next is equal to null, then let's public int get content. It will return the content of the node data. Okay, now let's create the queue, public queue dynaqueue. Okay, let's try the queue only, queue 44, e 44. Okay, node 44. Queue will have two ends. One end is for insertion of the data, another end is for removal of the data, and those ends are known as front and rear. So let's assign rear is equal to null, because initially there is no node. Temp, we need the temporary node. Front also is equal to null initially. Okay, now let's write the insert method, public void insert int ele. Now initially there will be nothing in the list. Initially it is empty, so the value of rear is null. So we will be first checking if the rear is null or not. Null, then what we do is we have to create the new node here, new node 44 e element. Okay, now initially rear will be null, so we will assign that newly created node temp, that is to the rear. Okay, we will make front will be also as the temp, that means we will assigning temp will to the front also. So initially there will be nothing, and as we create new node, we will be making that new node rear and front. If rear is not null, then what we do is rear dot next is equal to temp, and temp is equal to, and we have to assign rear is equal to temp. That means we have to move rear. As we insert new element to the list, we will be shifting rear one position to the right. Okay, so in this way we will be creating the list. So now we will write the remove method, right? Okay, in case of the remove, we have to check if rear is equal to null. We cannot do anything, it is empty. Then if rear is not null, then what we do is temp is equal to front, because first element should be removed, so we are assigning front to the temp. Then what we do is front is equal to temp dot next, and we'll, after removing, to remove the first element, we have to make second element first. So initially we will assign front to the temp, then we'll make second element as the front. By assigning temp dot next to the front, we are making second element as the front. Okay, temp is equal to null. Now let's write the display method, public void display. For temp is equal to front, we have to display from the first. Temp not equal to null, temp is equal to temp dot next. System dot out dot print ln temp dot get content. Okay, now that's all for the queue. Now we have to write the driver method, public static void main Now we have to create what I have written, Q44 public. No, this is not, this is the class name, class Q44. Then okay, Q44, Q is equal to new Q44. Okay, this is our list, dynamic Q. Now this system println inserting Q dot insert 12, Q dot insert 12. Okay, another element, Q dot insert 33. Now display okay, displaying Q dot display. Okay, after this let's remove element front, remove first element, Q dot remove, then call display, Control C, Control V, then again push some element, or insert, not push, insert 66, then Q dot insert 88. Then let's display this. Okay, let's remove some element, first element, remove, and then Q dot system dot out displaying. Now we have to call Q dot display. Okay, everything seems fine. What we did is we created the node for the queue. It contains two parts. Then we create the queue with insert, remove, and display method, and then the driver method we inserted element, removed element, displayed it. Now let's execute this. Java C dyna queue, that is queue. Okay, fine. Dyna queue. Okay, fine. Now let's see, 12 is the first element to be inserted, 12, 14, 33. Okay, 3 element we are inserting and we are displaying it, and after that we are removing the element and then again displaying. That means here we can see here 14 and 13 is there. There is no 12. In the line number 51, I have called the remove method. That means the first element is removed. Then after that, I am inserting the content 66 and 88. And then again, I have called the remove method. That means I am removing 2 elements. So after that, I am displaying the content of the list. That means my 14 will be also removed. So after removing, we will be getting 33, 66, 88. That is perfectly okay. So in this way, we can implement the dynamic stack. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, kindly share it with other people.